We're really excited to bring you some fun food for the football season of 2020. That was a lot of F's. This year we're changing it up a little bit. Last year we focused on the cuisine of the hosting team of the Sunday night football game, and I got bored with that. So this year we're actually going to be focusing on Philly in a way that we are going to start devouring the food of our enemies. So we're going to take a regional dish from the team that the Eagles are playing, and we're going to kind of Philly special it. We're going to inject some Philly into it, and we're going to make it our own. So I hope you guys, I hope you're excited. We are. It's going to be fun this year. So week 1, the Birds are playing. I don't know if I can say this with a straight face, Pat. The Eagles are playing the Washington football team. That's their name. It's the Washington football team. It's a completely non-offensive name to anybody. And you know what? I guess we can all get behind that. Cool. So in doing my research, I found a dish from Washington, D.C. that's called a half smoke. It's basically a sausage there's a little bit of lore behind it. There's some conflicting theories as to what its origin really is. One says that it's smoked halfway, and then another one is about the half being partially pork and partial beef, encased in a pork casing, and then smoked and then processed. So it's basically a beef chili on top of a grilled hot dog. And so we are going to use a Philadelphia brand of hot dog, Dietz & Watson, and we're going to get started on the chili. So I'm going to ask Pat to bring the camera over to the stove, and we're going to get going on there. So we'll see you over at the stove in just a second. All right, so we're at the stove, just like I said. So I've got my cast iron skillet here. I've got a high flame underneath it. We want the pan to be nice and hot. And we're going to add some olive oil, and then some of our aromatic components are going to be some white onion that is diced, some chopped garlic, and some jalapeno pepper. And then later on, we're going to add this concoction here. Oh wait, before we do that, we're going to add the beef. That's just a pound of ground organic beef. Got it at Aldi. And so this concoction here is spicy brown mustard, a little bit of cumin, some cayenne pepper, and chili powder, and just some sea salt flakes. And yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. So I'm going to first add some olive oil to my pan. Not that much.
That's a big skillet there, kid.
It is a big skillet. I cook everything in this almost. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Husband does.
What a swell guy.
Yes, he's the best. All right, so we're going to add some onions. All right, yep, we've got our sizzle. Hear that? Beautiful. All right. And we just want the onions to be a little translucent, and then that's how we know it's time to add our salmonini. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and add our jalapeno. The heat there. And then in just a minute, I'm going to add the garlic. You don't want to add garlic too early in a sautéing process because you don't want it to get too cooked, too brown, because it'll burn. You know, it tastes good. So the French word for sauté, well, the English word for sauté, I should say, is jump.
Jump.
To jump. Yeah, sauté means jump.
Like Van Halen jump?
Yeah. And the purpose behind it is high heat, low fat, keep it moving. I learned that day one of culinary school. High heat, low fat, keep it moving. Alright, gonna add the garlic now.
How much garlic was that?
That was about 4 cloves.
Okay. And what's that?
It's just the rest of the jalapeno
Okay.
that was stuck in the little dish there.
All right. That smells good.
Alright, whoa, it's sizzling. I love cooking with cast iron because it just gives the food a really good flavor because of the seasoning that happens as you cook with it. And also, it's a very forgiving material. You can use any kind of tool in here and it's not gonna scratch it, it's not gonna dent it. It can withstand my brutality. So we like that. All right, so next we're gonna add our beef. And you just wanna break it up real good.
So you're just cooking it till it's brown?
Yeah, we're just gonna brown the meat, and then we're gonna add some more fun ingredients to it. The next thing to go in is actually gonna be our spice mixture, and we can add that nowish. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that in there. Oh, look, it's all stuck to the mustard. All right, so our meat is brown. And it smells really good. And at this point, we are going to deglaze this with some apple cider vinegar. So when you deglaze something, it's going to pick up all of the yummy bits that might be like kind of hanging around at the bottom of your pan. So you can bring them all up and reincorporate them into the dish and really just add another layer of flavor. And the apple cider vinegar has a really nice pungent bite to it, and that's why we like to use it. So we're just gonna do that. And once that gets absorbed a little bit, we are going to add some tomato sauce, just a little bit, just to give it some color. And then we're gonna add some beef stock, and then we're just gonna let it simmer for maybe about 15 minutes or so till the liquid reduces. Then we're gonna grill up our buns. And we're going to grill up our dogs, and we're going to top them with our chili, and we're going to eat.
Nice.
Yes, good stuff. So I'm going to add our tomato sauce. I apologize, tomato sauce to our concoction here. And again, what we're going to do is we're going to let this let it cook until it turns into like a really nice like deep orange color. And again, it's gonna add another layer of flavor to our dish.
Not much though. You didn't put much in there.
Just a little bit.
All right.
Just a little bit. It's going to add a little color and a little flavor. So while this is working in, I think this is a good segue into talking about starts and sits for the week. Definitely go with Drew Brees at quarterback. They're playing at home. The Buccaneers are playing the Saints. And the Saints are amazing at home. My fantasy research team tells me that the over/under is 49.5 points in New Orleans. So Drew Brees.
Look out.
And and then in other news, the Bucs have a new quarterback this year. Should be interesting. We've got Tom Brady. I mean, if you have him, start him by all means, right? I mean, it's probably going to be a shootout. He's going to be throwing the ball a lot, so do that if you have him. But my top choice this week is going to be Drew Brees. At running back, we want to go with Josh Jacobs versus Carolina. Carolinas were dead last in run defense last year, so Josh Jacobs, do it.
Multi-touchdown game. Look out.
Do it. And then another big one this week is going to be tight end. You want to go with Hayden Hurst. The Falcons are playing in Seattle. Austin Hooper is gone with his 97 targets, so do it.
Nice.
Do it. Done. Let's see. Oh, we're ready to add some beef stock to this.
All right.
It sounds delicious, doesn't it?
It sounds like applause.
Yeah. It's cheering me on, welcoming me back for another season of football food with my new concept. All right. So yep, we're just gonna add our beef stock and we're gonna let it reduce. I'm gonna.
How much was it? 2 cups?
This was it was actually 12 ounces, about 1.5 cups.
Okay.
All right. And we're just gonna let this simmer, and we'll be back in a bit to check on it. All right, so while our chili is simmering while the beef stock is reducing, I'm gonna go ahead and start grilling the buns, and I'm gonna grill off our dogs. So I have a grill pan here. I mean, it's got the ridges in it. This one is this is actually a stone pan. It's pretty cool. But you know, if you wanna do this outside, even better. On your grill, you can pre-butter your buns and put them on your right on your grill. Or you can do what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna butter the pan and then throw the buns right on there. So the hot dog buns I've got for this week, they're brioche because I'm bougie. All right, so I'm gonna start by melting some butter on the pan, a little bit, not too much. And we're just gonna get it going over here. And I'm a firm believer in a buttered toasted bun. I just think there's nothing quite like it. I'm sure you guys, if you followed this last year, you'll recall I rarely serve an unbuttered grilled bun, ungrilled. The word ungrilled. This is another pan where you can kind of use any tools in it. It's durable. It can withstand my torture. So we're just gonna take our buns, put them in here, set them down, and make sure you get a little smush them around.
And that pan's already hot, right?
Yes. Okay. Preheat your pans. Always heat your pans before you put something in it. All right, and we're just gonna put a little more down here. We can do all three of these at the same time. All right, and while these are toasting up, we can talk about sits for the week. As soon as I plop this down right here. All right, so who are we sitting this week, Pat? We are going to sit Daniel Jones. Why are we sitting Daniel Jones? Because...
Who are they playing, Abe?
Oh, they're playing the Steelers.
That's right. They allowed one team to have more than one passing touchdown in the last 6 games. Sorry.
What he said.
That's all right. Yeah, but who's Daniel Jones? He's the quarterback for the Giants now?
He is. They let go of Eli and his mouth breathing. Bye. No, I hope he's doing well. I hope
He's a champ. He's a champion. What can he take?
he's got the body of a champion.
That's right.
Yeah. We are also going to go ahead and sit at running back, Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell, as we know, is on the Jets. They're playing the Bills this week, and just unfortunately, the Bills are just going to destroy them this week. So they're going to be passing the ball all day. So do not start Le'Veon Bell. And that's all I got for this week. Right? Is that all I got for this week?
I think that's all you got.
All right, cool. So here's my toasted buns.
Ooh,
Right?
nice.
Looks good. I love brioche buns. Why do I love brioche buns? Because they're buttery anyway. They have a really good, just buttery flavor. And then when you add more butter to them and grill them, oh my goodness, right? Does it get any better? And don't wipe your butter off your pan, because why would you do that? Butter. Butter makes everything better, friends. So we're just going to put our Dietz and Watson Philly hot dogs on here. Based in Tacony. You might not want to do this unless you have asbestos fingers like I do. And we're just going to grill them up on each side until they get some pretty grill marks on them. And then we're going to flip them once. And we'll pop them right in the buns. And we'll add our chili and we'll be done. All right. Our dogs have some nice grill marks on them. They're nice and charred. I'm just going to go ahead and place it on my toasty bun. I was not going to say shut. And then I'm going to add some of our chili to it. Yes. All right. I'm just going to make it nice and sloppy.
Make it nice and sloppy for you.
Yes, I know you kids like them sloppy. And then, as a finishing touch, we're going to put some raw diced red onion on it.
Nice.
Yes. And there we have it. So I'm going to put one of these together for Pat, and he's going to join me over here, and we're going to try it together.
All right.
All right. All right, we're ready to roll. Pat, come on around.
All right.
Well deserved. Sloppy half smoke for you.
It smells so good.
It does smell good. It smells good. All right, let's
All
do
right,
this.
you doing this?
Yes.
All right.
Oh my goodness, I don't even know where.
Do the hunch.
Yeah, you gotta. This is Philly.
Man.
All right.
Well done. Oh man, the chili's really good. Wow.
Thanks. Yeah, I was a little nervous about chili without any beans, but everything I looked up didn't say beans. So no beans.
Mm-hmm.
So all right, so Washington D.C. Your
Not
food-
bad, DC.
yeah, your food's all right, but you know when you add Philly to it, it makes it all better.
That's right.
Philly special. All right, good luck everybody this week, and we'll see you back next week when the Eagles play the Los Angeles Rams. We got